Hi, everyone. This is your host, Brittany from ARPD Aquatics, and welcome back to Home Aquatics. Today, we're going to practice a previous skill. We're going to learn a new skill, and we're going to talk about a new topic. And so the previous skill that we're going to practice is bubbles. And the new skill is about submerging your face in the water. All that means is just putting your face in the water. And then the safety topic is what you should do when you go to the beach to swim or a lake. We're going to start off once again with our bucket. You can do a bucket, a basket, a box of any color, just as long as it's big enough to house your equipment for the lesson. This week's equipment is going to stay the same. All it is 2 to 3 cups of water, either in a bottle or put off to the side, or you can go get it right before you start the lesson. And then you're gonna need your bowl. Once again, I already have my water filled in my bowl and my notes for the lesson. All the note is pretty much gonna say is, it only has one question, which is, hi, Brittany, can you put your face in the water? You can add a question for the safety topic, which is, what are some things I should do while when I go to the beach or a lake to swim? Getting into the previous topic. So the previous topic was bubbles. So once again, you can start off with pretending that your finger is a birthday candle that you're going to blow out, and you just blow on it. And then you can move on towards the water, blowing bubbles. You only have to spend about 2 minutes on that. And then the new skill, it could be a little bit more complex for certain people. And that's all we're going to be doing is putting our faces in the water just to experience it, to feel it, to get used to putting our faces in the water. It is an important aspect of swimming. And most people, if that is difficult to do right off bat, there are some tips that we'll be talking about on how to get comfortable with putting our face in the water. So first things first is that you'll want to start off, if you're not comfortable with putting your face in the water, you can start off by putting your ear first, then moving on to the other ear. You can see if they can put their chin in the water, if they can put their nose in the water, even putting their forehead in the water. And just find creative ways. You put your cheek in the water, or let's try this one. And once they get comfortable, kind of like just putting all of those parts in the water, then you can move towards putting their face in the water. This, I'm going to try to show you how I would put my face in the water, but it could get a little bit messy. So let's see. Okay, so I was only able to get my chin in, but that's fine. Learning these skills are still about just being comfortable in the water, whether if it's a bowl of water or even at a swimming pool or an ocean or a lake, any body of water. It's just about comfortability, and not everyone off that is comfortable with putting their faces in the water, and that's perfectly fine. You just now have the tools in which you can ease them into doing something like that. And so you can spend about a good 5 minutes on that as well. And then you move on to the safety topic. So when you go to the beach for the day or to a lake in which you can swim in, one thing that I highly suggest is always see if there is a lifeguard. And if there is, go and ask them, if there's anything that you should know while swimming in that body of water. They might locate flags in which it's like the swimming area. So if you ever go to a beach and there's a lifeguard or there's not a lifeguard, that's also a recommendation. I highly recommend that you go to beaches that actually have swimming zones, just so you can be safe. And we'll go more in detail in that in just a second. But they might locate swimming zones for you. And the swimming zones might have like flags or poles or buoys in which it just signals that don't go beyond that buoy or that pole or that flag. Sometimes at lakes, you'll see that they have this string that have these, they look like footballs, they're buoys that just like floating up and it's on a string. You'll notice that they'll have those. That just means don't go beyond that line. It is a restricted area, and they'll actually have an area in which you can swim in. Other suggestions is that if you are with an infant to about 5 years, the furthest out that I would suggest you go out is no more than 2 feet from the surface of the sand in which water hits. And then if they are 6 to about 14, you can go out to 4 feet from the surface in which the water gets on the sand. And that also includes height. So if you're about 5'4" and below, I would say don't go no far out than 4 feet and 4 feet out. And if you're taller than that, then you might can go out, but just all still be cautious of how far you go out, no matter how tall you are or how old you are, or even how proficient you are at swimming. And so also pay attention to the weather, especially with oceans. You never know if it's going to be raining, if it's going to be a storm, if the tide is high or low, etc. But these are also, like I said, if you see a lifeguard at the beach or at the lake, just go ahead and ask them like, hey, what are some things that I should know before getting in the water? And they should be able to tell you all the information that you need to know about that specific beach or lake. And that is all for today's lesson. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson of home aquatics. And once again, I am your host, Brittany, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye.